I hope you're having a great day so far. Today is Sunday, November 8th. On this post, we're going to be talking about the overall crypto markets, Bitcoin price action, total altcoin price action, and of course, diving into OXT USD, Orchid token. I'm going to be sharing with you my bullish and bearish case scenarios as well as my short-term price predictions according to what I'm seeing on the charts. If you guys are watching me on TradingView, do follow me. If you guys are watching me on YouTube, do subscribe as I'll be keeping you guys updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you guys want to support me and don't already have a WeBull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 3 free stocks upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit, and I will also earn a referral bonus after you finish your setup. Please do also read my disclaimer down below, as I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. I cannot tell the future. I'm purely sharing my own speculations and opinions on this market, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing. If you guys have any questions or comments, only leave them in the comment section below. I will not get to all the messages in my inbox. Let me know what you guys are trading, symbols you guys are following. I can see if I can share my opinions, analysis on those symbols. Now let's take a look at what exactly is going on in the markets, because that could affect how I trade any specific altcoins in general. Now, first things first, I'd like to take a look at Bitcoin dominance, which is currently at almost 65%, up slightly from yesterday and, of course, from the previous week. So we had a breakout of the Bitcoin dominance to it ran up to about almost 66%, pulled back to almost the mid 64%. Now, this indicates to me whether money is flowing into Bitcoin, altcoins, or neither. So this is why this is important, and it's the first thing I look at. Now, Bitcoin price action itself is currently about 15.3K, up about 3% from yesterday, and we went almost as high as 16K and went back almost low as about low 14K after breaking out of that 14K pattern. Now, I do expect Bitcoin to continue its uptrend because on the higher time frames on Bitcoin price action, starting from the daily, 3-day, weekly, and monthly charts, I don't see any possible bearish divergence yet on the RSI. So that's what is leading me to conclude that I expect Bitcoin to continue upwards, and this is going to contribute to Bitcoin dominance continuing upwards. Now, that is not to say that altcoins will not have its runs as well. I do think some altcoins will run with Bitcoin, and I do also expect that big altcoins to actually have some room to run when Bitcoin dominance is going down. So that is something to be keeping an eye out for. Now, the next thing I want to look at is total altcoin market cap. Okay, so total altcoin market cap is currently about $153 billion, well above that level that I keep mentioning about, which is the weekly 21 simple moving average, currently sitting about $130 billion. So as long as we keep price action on the total altcoin market cap above that moving average, in my mind, we're still very much in a macro uptrend, even after that significant sell-off for the past 2 months. Now, let's take a look at Orchid token, OXT USD. Now, on OXT USD, I like to work from the larger time frames down. That would tell me on a macro level what is exactly going on in the charts. It would tell me if we are on an uptrend or a downtrend. Now, on the monthly chart, out of the moving averages that I actually use, starting from the 21, the 50, and the 200, none of them are available because the trading history is still quite young. So, but the other thing I can look for, just because the moving averages are not available, I can still look for higher highs and higher lows, which I am seeing. We do see higher highs and higher lows here. So on the monthly chart, it looks good, even though we don't have any moving averages to measure against. However, on the weekly chart here, we are below all available moving averages that I use. We are right beneath the 21 simple moving average, currently sitting about 0.27. Now, remember that number. We are at about 0.27 for weekly simple moving average. Also at about 0.26, the 3-day, 50, and 21 are still at about 0.26. On the daily here, the highest moving average that's actually above us is about 0.256, 0.257. Now, this concludes the major time frames that I do like to take a look at in order to measure if we are still on an uptrend or downtrend. Now, remember, those moving averages, all of those moving averages I have actually just looked at are beneath this Fibonacci retracement level, which is the 0.786, currently sitting at about 0.33. So in order for me to actually get bullish, actually get really bullish at least, is for price action to actually get above this 0.33 level. That would bring us above all moving averages on the higher time frames. And once you're above all moving averages, that is an indicator that is telling me price action is on an uptrend and can actually start going more in a bullish direction, staying above these moving averages, okay? But on the weekly chart, I do see a falling wedge pattern that has formed for the past almost more than 2 months. Falling wedge pattern is 68% chance of breaking upwards. I do have a measured target of about 0.63 if we actually break out by next week's candle. So 0.68% chance of breaking upwards, 0.63 measured target, but do keep in mind, measured targets may or may not always be reached. It's textbook theory by taking the distance of the opening of the pattern and then adding it to your expected breakout points. Now, the other thing to note is that between the breakout point and the measured target, there's quite a bit of moving averages that can act as resistance under here. So it may or may not there might be quite a bit of a bumpy ride within this area right here. So that is something to keep in mind. That is the bullish case scenario. I always have to consider the bearish case scenario as well, because that could very well be in play, even though the probability in this case is not as high because of what I said about the falling wedge pattern. Now, one of the bearish case scenarios, there's two. One of them is that the price action continues down this falling wedge pattern, and then what I have to do is actually just continue extrapolating both of these trend lines for the falling wedge pattern to continue and actually estimate where the price action may fall next. The other bearish case scenario is the stronger bearish case scenario would be the price action actually breaks below this bottom trend line, and that is when I would expect price action to fall faster and more intense than the previous bearish case scenario if we were to just keep running within this falling wedge pattern. Now, this concludes my very short analysis of Orchid OXT USD. You guys let me know what you think. Please give me a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Let me know agreements, disagreements. Would love to hear them. I hope you guys manage your risk carefully, and see you next time.